You know, Daniel thought tonight would be just normal. Nothing unusual, nothing exciting, until he saw it, a sealed letter, sitting quietly on his desk. At first, he tried to ignore it, but then he read the words, and they made his heart skip a beat. This letter can only be read when it's too late. He stared at it, confused. He didn't remember receiving it, and yet somehow, it felt like it had been waiting just for him. Here's the thing about Daniel. He had a habit of delaying everything. Calls, apologies, decisions, even the things that really mattered in life. If something felt uncomfortable, his first instinct was always the same. I'll do it tomorrow. Big opportunities? Ignored. Important conversations? Postponed. Dreams? Left for later. He once read a quote by Benjamin Franklin. You may delay, but time will not. He liked that quote. He nodded when he read it, even saved it. But did he live by it? No, not really. Not until that night. Because that evening, the letter appeared again. Same desk, same quiet presence, like it had been waiting. When Daniel finally opened the letter, the page inside was completely blank. Nothing, not a single word. He frowned, a knot forming in his stomach. Something about this was wrong. That night, lying on his bed, scrolling through his phone, he couldn't shake the feeling that something was about to happen. And then it did. A message appeared on his screen. The letter opens only after the moment passes. Daniel swallowed hard. He tried to laugh it off. I'll think about it tomorrow, he whispered to himself. A few days later, his phone rang. It was his father calling. Daniel looked at the screen, hesitated. His thumb hovered in the air. And then, he silenced the call. I'll call back later, he said quietly. The next morning, the letter had changed. One clear line had appeared. You postponed this too. Daniel's heart sank. That uneasy feeling he'd been carrying, it turned into fear. Because now he understood. This wasn't random. Soon more moments slipped by. A friend reached out for help. Daniel delayed. Someone he cared about. Waited for an answer. He stayed silent. And with every delay, the letter filled with more lines. Each one heavier than the last. Daniel remembered another quote. This one by Leo Tolstoy. The strongest of all warriors are time and patience. Once those words inspired him. Now, patience felt less like strength and more like regret. One night, overwhelmed, exhausted, Daniel finally snapped. He shouted at the letter, "What do you want from me?" And then, as if the paper had been waiting for this exact moment, words appeared, clear, cold, unavoidable. I am the life you keep postponing. That same night, his phone rang again. This time, Daniel answered immediately, and that call changed everything. His father was gone. Back home, hands trembling, Daniel picked up the letter once more. This time, it opened easily. The words stayed. He read every single line, and tears fell freely, because none of it was a surprise. He remembered words from Steve Jobs. Remembering that you're going to die is the best way to avoid the trap of thinking you have time. Daniel had run out of it. Time, that silent, unstoppable thief. Years later, Daniel framed the letter, hung it where he could always see it, not as punishment, but as a reminder. Whenever he felt the urge to delay, he read it. Now, when something mattered, he didn't wait. He acted immediately. For the first time in his life, Daniel walked forward. Instead of postponing, he lived, because he finally understood the truth. Life doesn't punish mistakes. It punishes hesitation. And tomorrow, most of the time, is just another word for never. So here's the real question this story leaves us with. What are you postponing right now? Is it a call? An apology? A dream you keep saying you'll start soon? Because hesitation doesn't announce itself. It feels comfortable. It feels harmless. Until one day, it becomes permanent. If this story reminded you of even one thing you've been delaying, comment now below. And if you don't want to hear this story again from your own life, subscribe, because the next story might arrive exactly when you think you still have time.